Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Trix. I'm sorry if the webcam looks a bit funky or anything like that. Today I'm just going to be doing a coding video, honestly. I got given a coding task by a company and they've just asked me to basically complete it, honestly. So all I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be coding on a task to build application. So hang on, let me just check this. Sorry, I'm just checking my chat. Let me just have social chat on live chat. Sorry about this. I figured out how to enable chat to show on YouTube, so now like people can actually see that I'm online. Hang on, can actually see. That was just me checking on YouTube if it's there. Yeah, it's cool. Because you guys don't need to hear me like multiple times. Hang on. Let me just change the size of this. It's control. Let's click. Hopefully I just see chat as you guys are typing. If not, I do apologize about that. This is like the first time I'm actually going to be looking at chat. But I do have live chat turned on, so chat should pop up. Again, apologies if I can't see it. Anyway, let's just go back to here. So, as I was saying before, all we're going to be doing is we're going to be working on a MP3 analyzer, which takes an MP3 file in a Java program and then allows you to like identify different things in the Java program. So if I show you on here, okay, so I changed up the layout a bit so that you guys will be able to see it better. I can't share the MP3 file because it's specifically for this task, but this code should work everywhere. So it should work with all type of MP3 files. So this coding exercise aims to test your ability to complete a task in Java and use some of the core libraries in Java that we use on a daily basis. The exercise is a very small command line tool that reads the first audio frame. So inside here, let me just remove this. Just have a try catch by default just to check that, yeah, things are okay. So first we want to check read an audio file, right? Read an audio file by the first read the first frame of an audio file. Yep. From an MP3 file and prints the following information about the file in the console. So if I grab this, right? So read the first frame of the audio file. So then we've got to do these things, right? So if I just highlight this, I should be able to just do control this. Yep, there we are. There we go. So read the first line of the audio file, then get from the first frame of the audio file, you're supposed to be able to get the MPEG audio version ID, the MPEG layer of the file, the bitrate of the file, the sample rate of the file, and the channel mode of the file, right? So your solution should work for any MP3 file. So it shouldn't specifically say, oh yeah, this MP3 file. So what you could do is you could have like, what's it called? So instead of like hard coding the name, I'm assuming you just take the name of the MP3 file and pass it in. But just for this scenario, I'm going to hard code the name. If they do have a problem with that, then I'm sorry. But I feel like just hard coding the name this time should work, because even though it would be hard coded, all you have to do is just go into the code, change the code for the actual file name of the code that you want, and then it should be fine, and then it will run. So first frame the audio file starts at the first position in the file. So if I scooch this over, there's nothing extra in the file other than the audio. Audio is encoded with an encoder built into the spec. So if we grab this spec, because this will come in handy later. Hint, this is where you will find all the information as to how to pass the frame header, which is all you need to know, need to do. All the frames in the file are the same, so you only need to pass the first audio frame and then exit. You may use any build tool you like, Gradle or Maven, but the solution must be written in Java, and you must not use third-party packages to pass the audio. So I'm not allowed to use any packages that aren't inside the official Java libraries. To help JavaScript corrections, feel free to use third-party tools to compare the results. The correct values for LBC News MP3 are, and then this is what they need to match to. So results to match this, right? So this is just things I need to bear in mind. Acceptance criteria. We will be looking for correctness of the code. Does it print the right values? How many of the tasks you are able to complete successfully? Clean code test what you feel appropriate. Add them in. The performance of your code, does it use memory and compute efficiently? Once you've finished the task, please zip up your solution along with all necessary instructions to compile, run the code, and send it back to us. After this, we will have a short 30-minute call, whatever. This task should take a daily 1 to 2 hours. If anything is unclear or whatever like that, that's fine. So if you're my mate and you've seen me do this, you know I was struggling. So we're just going to read through this. Built from a succession, each frame is a data block, that's fine. In case of layer 1 and 3 and 2, frames are totally independent from each other, so can cut any part of the input audio player correctly. The player will then... Okay, so you know what? We're going to break this down one by one. First, we're going to figure out how to read a file. So, read file in Java. I had the code here already, but I'm just going to look it up on Stack Overflow because that's probably the easiest thing you can do. How to read a file in Java, right? First thing that pops up. That's a string builder. That's an accept data. File equals file, new class, the get resource get file. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, you know, I'll just use the one that's on read the paint test one. Java. Buffer reader, string builder, file input stream. Different ways of reading a text file in Java. Using file reader for part 3. You know what? Let me just do reading, because there is a specific one that I want to use, and depending on the type of file it is, it won't work. File equals new file name. Yeah, so this one's helpful. That's fine. Okay, so this one. File equals new file bracket file name. Wait, hang on. Edit. Shift Control Z. Okay. Control Shift Z. I just want my old code. Hang on. Control C. Let me just copy this down here, just so I have it, and then let me just Control Z all the way back. There we are. So this is what I wanted to get. So let me just remove that. Let me grab this again. I don't know why it's not in the thing already, but okay. So all I have so far is read first frame in the file, right? So first we have to read file, right? So all this does is get the path, and we're reading the path, right? So afterwards you want Yeah. Afterwards, you want to read in the first frame. So inside here, if you scroll down a bit, frame header itself is 32 bits. So you know it's going to be 4 bytes. So if you search up how to Java read 4 bytes from a file, right? That's reading all the bytes, right? What we want is to read a specific amount of bytes. So read first 4 bytes of a file, right? Here we are. Byte buffer. So we have byte buffer equals new byte bracket 4, right? Then we have input stream is equals new file input stream bracket path. I'm just waiting for the IntelliSense to pop up. There we are. Input stream, file input stream, path to string. That's very interesting, actually, that I don't have that. I just pass this in. It's LBC. You need to store it. Path dot string, right? Then if is dot read buffer not equal to buffer dot length, right? System dot println bracket. Is this the right way to do it? Is dot read buffer. Couldn't I just do this? Read right? Because if I run that, that's 4. Yeah. So inside that, it has that. There we go. Then, while it's reading, I want to print out. Read bytes from an input stream, file input stream. While read bytes, where's read bytes? Int read bytes, that's that. That's the file. Read first 4 bytes here. Then I just have is.close at the end. Is.close. At this point, the buffer contains 4 bytes. Buffer.length. read first byte from a file. If I print out the byte buffer, what happens? Print and then buffer. So that's what's currently in the buffer, right? Read file to byte buffer Java. Read file to byte. File content read all bytes. Read all bytes. New byte read fully B. Hang on, so read first frame, right? So you'd have the buffer, the file input stream, right? So that's just that. Then actually, I wonder, what would this do? I still have the previous code, so that's fine. It'll just be path dot to thing. That's fine. That's the buffer, and then I do f.read fully bracket buffer, right? And then after that, I do system.out and then f. What happens if I do that? Okay, but if I print buffer, this buffer keeps changing. Okay, hang on. So reading the file, so you've got the file path there, then you have file equals reading a file to bytes. That's read all bytes. File equals new file bracket path, right? Import file dot toString. That's fine. File toString. Then we have the byte. So inside here, I'll have byte, byte buffer equals new byte bracket 4, because I want it to be a 4-byte buffer. Then I want to read the file input stream. So file input stream, file input stream, new file input stream, brackets up. There we are. Then I'll have file input stream dot read bracket byte buffer. Then I'll have file input stream dot close, right? So that just reads the file into an input stream, gets the first 4 bytes of that file input stream, stores it in byte buffer, should store it in byte buffer, and then closes the byte input stream. So afterwards, if I for in I equals 0, I less than the byte buffer's length, byte buffer dot length, I plus plus, and then inside here, I just, this is just typecasting each element of the byte buffer to element of the array, less than byte buffer dot length to an array type byte change to length. Oh, whoops, doesn't supposed to be there. There we are. So if I click run, what happens? No, that's not what I want. If I just print out byte buffer, what happens? Okay, that's promising, right? So that's the first 4 bytes of the file. Just in there is what I believe that's what it is. So if I do byte buffer bracket 0, what happens? That's -1. So if I do byte buffer bracket 1, that's -5. If I do 200, what happens? Nothing. Okay, if I do 8, what happens? Yeah, there should be an exception. About 4. 4 should have an exception. 3. -60. Okay. So basically in the byte, okay, I understand why it's printing out weird now. So in the byte, there are 4, it occupies 4 memory blocks, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? If you print out 0, 0 is the first index. That gives -1. 1 is the second byte buffer, which will give out, I'm not sure, -5, then whatever, yeah? That's why if you go above 4, it still comes out wrong. So 0 is just this first byte buffer. 1 is the second byte buffer. So we've currently got that. Now, MPEG audio version ID of the file. So if you look down here, this tells you MPEG audio version is in B. You know, B is part of the second byte buffer, right? So this is located in the second byte of the byte buffer, right? And it is in position. So if I do that and then I do 0, I wonder what happens. Type and expression must be an array of type, but it is resulted to byte. Okay. So convert byte to unsigned 32-bit into that. Java byte to unsigned int. Byte to an unsigned byte, right? Invert the bits and add 1. Bitwise and with OX to get the last 8 bits. So if I do int number equals byte buffer bracket 0 and OXFF means 0xff system.out.println number weapons 255. So if I get that number right, then to unsigned byte. Oh wait, what? I could just do. Seriously? Byte buffer bracket 0.2. No default proposals, really? A byte. Oh. To unsigned int with byte buffer bracket 0. That's 255, yeah. So if it's 255, all we want is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want 4 and 5. So inside here, okay, Java get bit from byte. How to get the value of a bit at a certain position from a byte, right? So in here, this is just saying right shifting ID per position will make bit position number position be in further spot to the right in the number. Combining that with a bitwise and with 1 will tell you if the bit is set. So position is 2, ID is 5. ID to position would be that, because the furthest right bit is set. Okay, so if I comment this out and do, we want the 4th and 5th bit, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we want the 4th and 5th bit. So if we do system.out.println, this is just to check if we get it correct. And then we want the ID, which is just byte buffer 1, because we want the second byte because it's in a array, right? Why is that? Yeah, byte buffer 1. That's in a byte. Then we do a bitwise shift to get the 4th index in that number, I'm guessing, because it's 4 and 5 in it. 1, 2, 4, 5, 4 and 5, yeah. And then we use an AND operation. Need on there, do I? Yeah. Then we and 1 to check if the bit is on. So if we run that, we know it's on. I don't need this anymore. Okay. Oh, there's Control Shift K not working in Eclipse. That's mad. 1, and then if I copy this, paste that, and get 5, it'll be a 1. So 2 1s means MPEG version 1. And we can check MPEG version 1, right? So all we need to do here is use a switch case statement. So Java switch case statement. Java switch. Yeah. So we switch on an expression. So we do switch on. So the first expression will be this byte buffer bracket 1 to 4, right? And then we surround this with an and 1, right? Then we comma, have another one, byte buffer 1 to 5 and 1, right? Then why is this giving an error? Left hand side of that assignment must be a variable. Day and 1. Yeah. So you have inside there that, then you have that to match up with this, then inside matches that, that matches that, then grab that there. Why is this giving an error? Since I'm in a second. So confused. You know, I'll just do this if statement. Would it be easier doing the if statement? Switch on byte buffer 1 to 4, right? Then you add 1 and 1 to get the AND operation. Bitwise AND, right? So that's one scenario. Then put a comma here. Copy this. Paste that there. Put 5 there. Wrap it with another one. Why is this giving an error? Left hand side must be a variable. Java multiple conditions in a switch. Because you can do it in Rust. I don't know if you can do it in Java. Can you have multiple conditions in a switch? You'll need 2 switches. I might as well just do if statements in it. If byte buffer bracket 1 to 4 and 1 equals 1, right? And literally just copy paste this. Change that to a 5. Open curly bracket, close curly bracket. Yep. I know, need to add one around it again. Because parentheses are very important in Java. System.out.print ln bracket mpeg version 1, right? Then if that's false, if this condition is false, we just want to go into else if, just grab this again. Change that to a 1, change this to a 0. Then we have 1 and a 0, which makes it MPEG version 2. Right? Then we have the same else if. Zero, 0, right? For system.out.println MPEG version 2.5, and then we just have an else for system.out.println preserved MPEG version. So MPEG version 1. Yep. There we go. So that's part 1. And then we don't need this anymore. So that should be just 4 and 5, right? If I change this to 3 and 4, what happens? Hang on one sec. My brother's got it, it's fine. Okay, so that's part 1 then. I can now probably remove this and then comment this out. Just want to check actually. If I change it to a 0, I just want to check what's in the byte buffer if I do 1 to 0. Is there a position 0? -5. If I do 8, what happens? -1. If I do 7, is it an actual number? -1. Oh, what am I doing? I'm going to put the and 1 in, aren't I? And 1. Hang on 1 second.
with the weekend. We coolin' for the weekend. Drop the top and then we out. We do this every season. Sunshades on a sunny day. Doing 80 and we switching lanes. Just keep it cool and chillin' with the babe. Don't call my phone out here. What you say? Oh, what you say? We ain't gotta keep this on the low. Don't do it fast. We can take it slow. Show you things that you ain't seen before. Before you go, you ought to know. I won't be catching feelings. won't be catching feelings. But she got me catching feelings. I can't be catching feelings. But she got me catching feelings. Now we cruising in the wind. She just couldn't wait to get out. She texting all of her friends, like look at the whip that we in. We coolin' for the weekend. Drop the top and then we out. We do this every season. Sunshades on a sunny day. Doing 80 and we switching lanes. Just keep it cool and chillin' with the babe. Don't call my phone out here. What you say? Oh, what you say? We ain't gotta keep this on the low. Don't do it fast, we can take it slow. Show you things that you ain't seen before. Before you go, you ought to know. I won't be catching feelings. We ain't gotta keep this on the low. Don't do it fast, we can take it slow. Show you things that you ain't seen before. Before you go, you ought to know. I won't be catching feelings. But she got me catching feelings. I can't be catching feelings. But she got me catching feelings. Now we cruising in the wind. She just couldn't wait to get out. She texting all of her friends, like look at the whip that we in. We coolin' for the weekend. Drop the top and then we out. We do this every season. Sunshades on a sunny day. Doing 80 and we switching lanes. Just keep it cool and chillin' with the babe. Don't call my phone out here. What you say? Oh, what you say? We ain't gotta keep this on the low. Don't do it fast, we can take it slow. Show you things that you ain't seen before. Before you go, you ought to know. I won't be catching feelings. We coolin' for the weekend, drop the top and then we out. We do this every season. Sunshades on a sunny day, doing 80 and we switching lanes. Just keep it cool and chillin' with the bay. Don't call my phone out here, what you say, or what you say. We ain't gotta keep this on the low. Don't do it fast, we can take it slow. Show you things that you ain't seen before. Before you go, you ought to know. I hope you catch it.
Sorry guys, I'm back. My auntie came over and I couldn't really do anything, so sorry about that. Let me just check here. I was checking this. 1, 0. If I do -1, what happens? Get a 1. If I remove this, what happens? -1. Yeah. 0. -5. If I do this without this, -5. With a 2. -2. If I do that with 7, how much is that? -1. If I do that with an 8, how much is that? That's -1. If I do that with 2, how much is that? That's 48. 0. -48. 1. -24. Okay. Think I understand. I think. Big emphasis on think. I know what I'm doing. Okay, that should work with that. Now, MPEG layout of the file. So, MPEG layout of the file is layer description, I believe. So that's C. So it's in the same buffer of this. So same buffer, just instead of 4 and 5, it's 6 and 7. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 6, 6, and 6. Then on this side I have 7, 7, and 7. I'm just wondering, does position here change anything if I put 20 and 19? So, hang on, if I control Z this. Nineteen, 19, 20, 20, and 20. MPEG version 1, yeah. Okay. Let me try 18 and 17 again, then. So in here, 18, so 17 and 18. 18. 17, 18. 17, 18. And then I'll have for 1, 1 is layer 1. For 1, 0 is layer 2. For 0, 1. So for 1, 0. Wait, hang on. 1, 0. Hang on. This is supposed to be 0, 1. No, that's supposed to be 0, 0. Here's supposed to be 0, 0. So 1, 1, which is MPEG version 1. There's 1, 0, which is MPEG version 2. There's 0, 0, which is MPEG version 2.5. And then 0, 1, which is MPEG version reserved. Then you have 1, 1, which is layer 1. 1, 0, which is layer 2. 0, 1. One zero, which is layer 2, 0, 1, which is layer 3, and then you have reserved layer. So if I run that says layer 1 when it's supposed to get layer 3. So why is this wrong? So layer 1, so byte buffer 1 to 17 equals 0, and 18 is 1, right? Is layer 3. Is this what I'm supposed to flip the bits? Length is 2. If I convert this to... No. Why does this not work? Okay, hang on. Instead of using this logic, because this logic works for this one, I'm going to use different logic for this one. So system.out.println. Then it was byte buffer bracket 1 to 17, right? And 1. So what does that give out? That gives out a 1. What does 18 give out? That gives out a 1. So we know it's not 17 and 18. About 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 and 6. 5. That's a 1. 6 gives a 1. So you can cut any part of them and play it correctly. Play all of them. Play music start from the first full valid frame it will find. However, in the case of layer 3, it is not always in two possible use of byte reservoir. And 12 for frame source and depending on the in the last case 9 input frames may be needed before being able to decode one single frame. Information about you might simply locate the first frame and retrieve information from the information within one of the other frames should be considered with the first one, except for the bitrate, as you might be retrieving image from a vulnerable bitrate, and there may be a bitrate can change in each frame. It can be used and is only keep constant sound quality during the whole file, but using more bits than music. is more complex and thus require more bits to be encoded of a similar quality. 3 minutes was 32 bits. Yeah, so 4 bytes, which is why I have 4 bytes there. Hang on. When this had read 1024 bytes, whatever. Read 4 bytes, Java. Why can't I understand how it's reading 4 bytes, man? New byte 4, yeah. Then your file input stream, if is read buffer not equal to length is dot close, yeah. bb.flip. Why does it do bb.flip? Hang on. Byte buffer.flip. Unless it's an actual byte buffer thing. Yeah, byte buffer doesn't exist. Does it? It does, apparently. Bro, the person who said that this is only gonna take however long, yeah? My days. Were they wrong? One zero zero seven three. And hang on. get byte int. What about just get int? What does that do? 1, yeah. Then let's say 8. 1, okay. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Okay, what do I know is layer 3. Layer 3 is 2. So layer 3 is 0, 1. And that's C. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 14 and 15. So inside, why can't I type in this screen? There we are. Inside here, 14, 0, 15, 0, 16, 0. That's just saying reserved. What the hell? Get long. ToString. What does toString do? Just on this specifically. Java pos 0 limit for capital. I'm so confused. So, okay, hang on. So, inside this byte, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 4 and 5, right? So this should be 4. This should be 5. This should be 4. This should be 4. Then move over. This should be 5. This should be 5, right? Hang on. Come, my brain's trying to understand this nonsense. So don't need that. Don't need this. Right? Okay, we can all agree MPEG version 1 works. Don't know why it works, but it just does. Right? Is when we move on to the next bit. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So you have 6 and 7. So inside this, we're supposed to get layer 3, 0, 1, but we're getting layer 1, 1, 1. Don't know why. You know what? Let's just use our logic that we have so far and see if it's like this for all of them or just for the specific one that we're currently doing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is supposed to be 6, 6, 6. This is supposed to be 7, 7, 7, right? So 1, 1 is supposed to be layer 1. One 0, which is that one, is layer 2. Then we have 0, 0, which is reserved. And then we have 0, 1, which is layer 3. But when we run this, we get layer 1. So let's just move on for now and try to sort that one out later. Because it might be that I'm reading the bits wrong. It might be. If I change these to zeros, what happens? 0. If I change it all to zeros and just move the bit along. Hang on, let me just check that actually. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. This should return layer 1. Yeah, because that's wrong. But you know that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. 14 and 15. 14, 14, 14. This side should be 15, 15, 15. 15, 15, and 15. Right? So if you run this, still get layer 1. Don't know why. Interesting though. That's part 2. Okay. Second byte at index 6 and 7. Byte index 4 and 5. It's very interesting though why it's not working the way I'm expecting it to work. Bitrate of the file is E. So the E's are located in third byte of byte buffer at index 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? Yeah, all 4 because it's E's, isn't it? Yeah. So we just need to check these ones. System.out.println bracket byte buffer because it's index byte over, 2 because it's second index. Then check index 1, and then all we need to do is just wrap this around another one, and then we copy paste that for 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that says 0, 0, 0, 1. So 0, 0, 0, 1 is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. 32, 32, 32, 32, 8. We know that the bitrate is 256 though. If you flip all the bits, that's 1, 1, 1, 0, and you add 1 is 1, 1, 1, 1. So that would be bad. But why are we getting 32? That's really weird. If I change it to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, what happens? You get all zeros, which is just 3. Do I need to move it the amount of bits it is in here? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 17, 18, 19, 20? 17, 18, 19, 20? Does that work? 1, 1, 1, 1? Bad. Okay. What about 16, 17, 18, 19? 16, 17, 18, 19? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So that's wrong. What else could it be? In here, it's saying 15 to 12. 12, 13, 14, 15. 13, 14, wait, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 1, 1, 1. There's no way that's right. Unless... No. I'm gonna try something weird. And just see what happens. Because, okay, this is my thinking. Maybe the actual buffer is supposed to be reversed. Right? So if it's supposed to be reversed... 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 0, 1, 1. Where's 256? 1, 0, 0, 0. 256 is 1, 0, 0, 0. 1, 1, 0, 0. 1, 1, 0, 1. Hang on. And 1, 1, 1, 0. Okay, if it's reversed, right, this might be 8, 7, 6, and 5. No, 1, 1, 1, 1. 7, 6, 5. 7, 6, 5, 4. 1, 1, 1, 1. 0, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 0, 1. 1, 1, 0, 1. Is the whole thing supposed to be reversed? Hang on. By buffer dot Java reverse in gray. I just want to see now. Is that the reason? Okay. So if I run this, what happens? It's because it's simple. Yeah, it is. 1101. Okay, hang on. I'm so confused. 1101. 10123. Yeah. And looking at this, okay, it's supposed to be layer 3, right? Version 1. Layer 3 version 1. So layer 3 version 1 it's supposed to be 1101. Which I just got. Huh? Is anybody as baffed as I am? If I change this to 2, does it still work? MPEG version 2. Okay, if I change this to... If I decrease this by 1, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, is it the same? Reserved MPEG, no. MPEG layer 6. This thing's in layer 1. What the fuck? One one zero one. I don't know why this works. Because it should be in byte buffer 2. Because byte buffer 4 doesn't even exist. Like, if I put a 2 there, 2, 2, 2, I get 0, 0, 0, 0. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, I get 0, 0, 0, 1. So if it was V1, L1, that makes sense. Because I would just reverse this. Right? I'm genuinely contemplating if they just gave this one wrong. Like, is this supposed to be layer 1? Are they sure? Identify layer description of MPEG file. MP3 analyzer. MP3 file analyzer. Where is it? It's in home. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm currently locating the file. Hang on. LBC News MP3. Yeah. Audio file analyzer results. Yeah. You'll be able to view the results here. Yeah. Upload. Channels 1, 16 bits. Bitrate 256K. Sample encoding layer 1, 2, or 3. If it's 0001, it don't make sense. But if I'll explain what's running through my head right now, right? Okay, with this up here, the way it's checking it is by checking it in reverse. So it's checking if 18 and then 17. So if, okay, up here, right? It's checking 5 and then 1. 5 and then 4, right? So really, this is bit 18, this is bit 17, is what's going through my head right now. So this is bit 18 and this is bit 17. This is 18 and 17. So the above one doesn't matter. It's this one, these two that matter. So it would be 18 and 17. So the big one is 0. Hang on, looking at this. Looking at the wrong one, sorry. So 0, 0. MPEG version 5. Yep, that's fine. 0, 1 is reserved, right? But that's if 5 is 0 and 4 is 1. So this would be reserved. Then you have 1, 1, which is fine because 1, 1 is whatever. And then this one would be MPEG version 2. Okay, me explaining that is basically, this is saying positions bits to 20 and 19, right? So my thinking is, if it's 20 and 19, not 19 and 20, this is 20, this is 19. So 0, 0 would be 0, 0, right? But 0, 1 would be if 20 is 0 and 19 is 1. So in layman terms, 19 is 4, 20 is 5. So 19 for reserved is 1. So 4 in reserved is 1. 4 in reserved is 1. Then 20, which is 5, is 0. Which makes reserve MPEG version. Then you have 1, 0, which is 5 is a 1 and 4 is a 0, right? So 5 is a 1, 4 is a 0 in this case, right? So in this scenario, where you have the C's, is 18, 17. So 0, 0, same throw. That's reserved layer, that's fine. Then you have 18, 17 for layer 2, for layer 3. So 18 is 7, 17 is 6. So if 18, okay, if 7, so if the big number is 0, and the small number is 1, that is layer 3. If both of them are 1, is layer 1. This is layer 2. So if I run that, layer 1, that's fine, right? Now, we get to this bit, which is blowing my brain, okay? So, bits are in reverse order. So on the website, it lists the positions like this. 2019 0 0. Zero, one, 1, 0, 1, 1. Right? That's what it means. So these columns are flipped. I'm so stupid. Not really, but like I'm you know what I mean. Anyway, so with this, now that we know that this logic is fine and this logic is fine, now we can tackle this one. So in here, we know if it's 1 0 0 0, right? But that's going backwards, so it'd be 0 0 0 1, and I'm assuming it's v1 l1 because this is version 1, and even though it said layer 3, I'm getting layer 1, right? So oh god, I'm gonna have to do a bunch of these, aren't I? This logic is going to kill me. If this it's dependent on the previous ones, isn't it? Should I just have integers? I'm trying to think like the best way to sort this. Plus, you guys are gonna probably be like, why am I using pluses? Hang on. This is gonna be like the dumbest shit you've ever seen. Plus plus 4. Yeah. Guess what I'm gonna do? Just to account for the bad and the free one. And then literally the same thing, but if it equals 4, then you know it's gonna be bad, isn't it? Right? And then now we have the actual logic for an for an actual else, right? So now we actually have to check what v1 l1 v1 l2 v1 l3 v2 l1 v2 l2 and l3 are. So if version 1 or something, so now we'll have an else, right? Then we'll have if so we'll have an int version equals 0, right? Int layer equals 0, right? So version plus version equals 1, version equals 0, version equals 2.5, version equals 3, and then version equals 2. right? And then inside here, I'm gonna have layer equals 1, layer equals 3, layer equals 0, and then layer equals 2. Just so I can keep track of them. Then inside here, I have if version equals 1, layer equals 1, then we just check all of these. Wait, hang on, I'm trying to think of like the best way to do this. Because you only need to check the inside, right? If version 1 and layer 1, if version 1 and layer 2, if version 1 and layer 3, then version 2 layer 1, version 2 layer 2, and version 2 layer 3. So if version equals 1 and layer equals 1, so if version equals 1 and layer equals 1, right? So you have that. Else if version equals 1 and layer equals 2, else if version equals 1 and layer equals 3, else if someone has a better way of doing this, please tell me, because this is going to be a shit ton of nested ifs. Version equals 2, layer equals 1, else if version equals 2 and layer equals 2, or version equals 2, layer equals 3, right? So if any of these, I could have just done a fucking else statement, couldn't I? Because that was the longest one. Else. God. Else. Then I actually check the bits. Right? So we know that this is 256 and it's layer 1. So version 1 layer 1, right? 256. So this is supposed to be in reverse. So it's this per this, and this, right? So I'm just trying to think. Couldn't I do this based on like the actual value of the thing? It's specifically because it said it needs to work for other files. Because this massive matrix is gonna fuck me up. You know what, let me come back to this matrix because I understand how this works now. This else is mad. There's gotta be a better way to do that else. Anyway, part 4 is sample rate of the file, right? So sample rate, 11 and 10. Fs, right? So Fs in 11 and 10. So system.out.println byte buffer bracket 3, right? To 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 and 6. 5, right? And 1. Then I copy paste this. I'm gonna put it above it so we get the right, so I get the right thing, because it's both F's to correspond to this, and it's 11, 10. So if I run that, let me comment this out actually, so I don't get confused when I actually look at the output. I don't need these. One zero. And because you know it's MPEG 1, it's wait, is it MPEG 1? MPEG version 1. This is saying 44.1, but it got 0, 0. 6 and 5. Let me try 5, 4. 0, 0. That is enlightening. Like, genuinely enlightening. I'm in the wrong buffer. I'm retarded. One zero. 0, 1. 4,800. 44.1 is there though. Two. So I'm in buffer. That's buffer 0. That's buffer 1. That's buffer 2. Right? So MPEG layer of the file. MPEG layer is in buffer 1 because that's buffer 0. That's buffer 1. Right? Because that's what the C's are. E's and F's. So buffer 2 with 4. That's where I got these 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Then for the 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Then we have 5, 6. 5, 6. 5, 6, yeah, 5, 6. 6, 5. 1, 0, yeah. 1, 0 means 32 kilohertz. Again, this matrix is fucked me, man. Like, genuinely. Because that's just reliant on MPEG version, right? So I'll just have 3 ifs with 4 nested ifs. Oh, it might be easier just to put switch case on that, actually. because you couldn't put a switch on this because it actually like depends on the number of bytes in it, right? But because this and specifically is dependent on just 2, you could have like if this, right? If this equals 0, and this equals 0, right? So both of them are 0. Then you just return no, both of them are 1. It'd be easier for just to do 1, isn't it? Both of them are 1. Just return reserve. Reserve, right? Just reserved. That's reserved. Reserve. Else. Then you have actual checks. So up in here we have layer 1, layer 2, and layer 3. So layer 0 in int version, right? So version equals 1, version equals 0, version equals 3, version equals 2, right? Now we have a switch. Version. No, we don't have a switch yet. We do a check for the values. So if whatever. So if it's a 0 and a 0, right? We do a switch conversion where case of 1 we do system.out.println bracket 441 0, right? Break case 2 4 8 1 2 3. Two, 1 2 3. Break. Else if, so that's for all zeros. Then we have one for 0 1, right? 0 and then a 1, right? Where we do the same switch case. Default to system.out.println bracket what's it called? Reserve. Reserve. Then we literally copy this, paste it in here, and we do the same thing for... I'm stupid. This one is what is this is 0 1, so 4 8 1 2 3 2 4 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 reserve, and then we have an else with the same thing. We have 32 1 2 3 16 1 2 3 8 1 2 3 and reserve. So if I run this, 32,000 1 0. And yet saying is 48. This is saying sample rate is 44.1. This is saying 44.1. Why is my sample rate coming out with? This is saying a 0 0. So if that's that, if I do 5 4, zero 1, That's really weird. Anyway, so I've got MPEG version 1, layer 1, 32,000. And then what's the last bit? Channel mode, so 7 to 6 in I. So channel mode is just, let me grab this, right? So this will have 3 with 1, and then 3 with 2. That's 0 1. Just return one. This is the thing, if I put 2 and 1, it comes out with dual channel 2 mono, right? Where this says 3 mono. If I do 7 and 6, what happens? 1 1, single channel mono. Stereo joint dual channel 2 mono channels. I think what I've done is right. 2 and 1, because in here it's 1 2, so it's 2 1, right? So in here you would do if let me just grab this actually. So inside here, do that, right? Equals 0, and same thing. Then I believe that this will just return system.out.println stereo, right? Then we have else if same scenario, but then 0 1 where it comes out joint stereo stereo. Right? Then we have that 0 1. Then we have 1 0. Where we just return dual channel, 2 mono channels, and then else I return single channel mono. Right? So if I delete these two and then just run, that'll say dual channel, 2 mono channels. I have MPEG version 1. Layer 3 I don't have. I have 32,000 instead of 44.1 because in here I'm not getting 44.1. I'm getting, so there's 2 bytes, 6 and 5, 11 and 10. So F's are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 5, yeah. So 6 and 5. If it's a 0 and a 1. If it's a 0 and a 1. If it's a 0 and a 0, then you return 44100, 22050, 1035, 48000, 24000, 12000, 3200, 16500, 8000. Yeah, that's fine there. This I can't think of a better way to do. Right? Then where is it? Then there's part 3. Part 3 is like a monster, like literally a beast. So let's just go over the code again, just to check. Okay, so 5 and 4 for the audio version. So 1 1 is MPEG version 1. Yep. 0 0 MPEG version 2. 0.5. Then we have the reserved and non-reserved. So 0 1 is reserved, yeah. And then 1 0 is non-reserved. Cool. Here's version 2, sorry. Okay. Now we have MPEG layer. So 1 1 is layer 1. 0 1. So 0 1 here should be layer 3, yeah. 0 0 should be reserved, yeah. And then 1 0 and then 1 0 should be layer 2. 0 1, yeah. 0 1 is layer 3, yeah. Then we come down a bit, haven't done that bit yet. 1 1 on the sample rate is bad. That's bit rate, not sample rate. 1 1 on this is reserved, right? Then we have 0 0 and all the ones for it. If it's 1, 2, or 2.5, I put 3 for 2.5. Then you have the same thing, 0, 1. So 0 and 1. F is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 0, 1. 0, 1, 4, 8, 0, 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 0, 0, 0. Yep. Then we have last one, which is 1, 0. Because this is 0, 1. I mean, hang on. Yeah, this is 0, 1. Then the last one will be 1, 0. Yeah. Then we have the stereo stuff. So 0, 0 will be stereo. And then 1, 1 will be single channel. And then what we're checking is the inside. So 0, 1 is joint stereo. And then 1, 0 is dual channel. And the only thing that we have to do left is the bitrate. And then all I have to do after that is make the file more extensible. So okay, let me redo this. Right, okay, in the third buffer. So bitrate of the file. Sorry, I need to drink some water. Hang on. Let me just check my OBS that I'm still like showing my screen. I'm gonna be so pissed if I haven't been showing my screen for like the past however. No, I'm still showing my screen. I've been going for like 2 hours. Damn. Anyway. As I was saying, yeah, locating the bitrate. So bitrate is here in 15 and 12, 15 to 12. So in ease, so 1, 2, okay, so you know it's in third buffer, and because it's in the byte buffer, we know it's in index 2 because of 0, 1, 2. So system.out.println byte buffer bracket 2. We're in the right buffer now, right? Which are printing that out, we get minus 48. Cool. Then we're told, hang on, how have I done this? 3 minus 60. Okay, in 1 I get 5 and 1. 1. The hell? Just me trying to understand. I'm just getting confused in the process. I still don't understand how I got this correct. The first bit correct, but then the middle bit sections I've just got wrong. So I've got these 3 wrong, but I've got the first and last one right, which doesn't make sense to me. You know what, just to entertain me. Right? I want to know if it's all reversed. Just at all. That's a 1. Okay. Is 7 on? Yes. Is 4 on? No. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing it correctly. It's fine. It's fine. Basically, I was checking if all of these are the same, because if all of these are on in part 1, then you know that, oh yeah, it's correct, right? So if I go to 1 and I check 4, it's gonna be on. Yeah. If I check 1, it's gonna be on. Because they're all A. A is always gonna be on. Same with part oh, I'm in the wrong place. I mean 0. 0. 1's gonna be on. 3's gonna be on. 5's gonna be on. And then 8's gonna be on. Yeah. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then if you go into buffer 1, it's going to be on. 2 is going to be on. Why is 2 not on? Two should be on. I'm so baffed, man. Like, genuinely baffed. You know what? We move. We're just gonna get this done. Hopefully, like, someone watches this over and is like, oh yeah, you're doing it wrong. And then just, like, explains to me afterwards what I'm doing wrong. Because this is, like, very interesting, but also, like, I'm confused. Like, reading and writing to files is easy. But when you're analyzing bits in a file, it gets so difficult and I'm so confused. Like, what am I doing wrong? Because the way that I'm doing it doesn't seem wrong. Is there a way for I'll instantiate this in my GitHub later so that you guys can check this out. Let me just do this bit, this long ass matrix. Hang on. So it's system.out and then byte buffer bracket third buffer 2. Give me 1 second. Hey, I'm back. Anyway, going back to coding. Alright, so third, fourth, fifth, first, second, third, and fourth. So it should be in the first, second, third, and fourth buffers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. So first, okay, so if byte buffer bracket 2, 1. Am I doing the shift correct? I'm hoping I'm doing the shift correct. Yeah, I'm doing the bit shift correct. Okay, cool. And 1. Cool. So this equals 0, right? I'm gonna first check if that's 0. Let me just check if that's correct, because if 0 is up, because I want to do the ones that after zeros, then ones, then I'm going to switch to the other one. So if there's 0, four, and this in 3, and this in 2, and this in 1, right? And then all I need to do is just put a massive wrap on this. There we go. I want to return 3. Then else for the bad, which I just do system.out.println bad. That's if they're all on. Now is in between. So now I have an else if else if I'm trying to think of a way to make this like matrix easier to code, because basically you have two vectors, right? You have this vector here and then this vector here. So you could check this vector and then all of these vectors, right? So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna have a shit ton of chains for else's. I'm just trying to think why this isn't going the way I want it to. Because if I just wanted to get the one for this, is B1L1, B1L1, and I know that it's 10000, right? So it's 256 is this one, right? But I don't know how to speed that up. Like how to speed up that check, because that check is very hard to do. Let me just remove that. This mad check, bro. I don't know. How long have I been streaming for? I've been streaming for 2 hours 22. So they were like, oh yeah, then you should be finished by now. Don't know about that, Chief. Me just checking this. Okay, the easiest way that I'm thinking of doing this is if B2 is true and okay, else if this byte buffer, right? If it's this, but the last byte is on, inside, I want to check if version equals 2 and then I just need to do like a layer check. So hang on, int layer. I don't even need one here. And layer equals, and layer not equal to 1. So basically, if the version is 2, so I'm checking for this first line, right? If the version is 2, because it's in 2, but you know it's not equal to, the layer isn't equal to 1, so it doesn't satisfy this, then you want to return 8. Otherwise, you want to return 32. Right? Then you have another else if. So I check that there. Else if, put that there, right? Oh yeah, I need to put thing around. Wait, that's fine. Token mismatch. Wait. Misplaced constructs. Come on, come on. Why? If version equals whatever else, that, yeah, 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 else if, I don't have that, yeah. So let's change this, grab that, check that there, change that to a 0, change this to a 1, that's fine, in here. So on this, the third row now, only gets harder from here now. So now that we have that check, now we need to do it. Now we need to check each version. So if version is 1 and layer 1, return 64. Else if version is 1, then check layer 1, level 2, layer 3. If version 2, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. So if version, oh wait, I can just do switch if version is equal to 1, right? Switch on layer, right? With case for one, returning 64. Case 2, $48. Case 3, $40. right? Now, if the version is anything besides 1, you want to do the same switch. Don't even think I need a default on some of them. .48 and then 16. .48 and then just change this to default. Right? So if it's 1, you want to do 48, else break 16. Cool. Then, oh, only gonna get harder, isn't it? Okay. So let's do line. This is gonna be a massive piece of code, isn't it? Whoever reads it, I sincerely apologize for the scuffedness of this code. Genuinely. 1-1. Now I have a if version. If version 1 and if version 1 and L1 return 64. Yeah, I could just have the same thing. Just use a switch. If version 1, switch one layer, then you had 96, 56, 48. Then 56, 24. There you go. So it gets easier as you have more, but not the best looking. Especially considering how many times I'm going to have to repeat this. I feel dumb that I have to use like this arbitrary way of figuring out if it's correct. One, 0, and then 0. There we are. And then 100, 128, 64, 56. They're gonna be like, why did I hard code? And I'm gonna be like, I have no clue. 64, 32. Here we are. One, and then just flip the bits on. So this is gonna be a 1. Then inside here, gonna have the same thing. 160, 80, 64. Then this is 101, isn't it? Jesus Christ. 1, 1, 100, 101, 101, 160, 80, 64, and then 80 and 40. Cool. Couldn't I just done if case, if layer equals 1, system dot printer n 80, else system dot printer n 40. Why am I dumb? Just genuinely. I feel so stupid. Genuinely stupid. You know what? It's there now. I'm not gonna change it. What's the point of me changing it for? 80 and then 40, then 1100. Also, I got a text message, so hang on, let me just BRB.
hope you catch your feelings. But she got me catching feelings. I hate to catch your feelings. But she got me catching feelings. We coolin' for the weekend, drop the top and then we out. We do this every season, sunshades on a sunny day. Doing 80 and we switching lanes. Just keep it cool and chillin' with the babe. Don't call my phone, I hear what you say, or what you say. We ain't gotta keep this on the low. Don't do it fast, we can take it slow. Show you things that you ain't seen before. Before you go, you ought to know. I won't be catching feelings. But she got me catching feelings. I can't be catching feelings. But she got me catching feelings. We ain't gotta keep this on the low. Don't do it fast, we can take it.
Hi guys, sorry about that. My mom called me. Oh yeah, that's my text messages. Hang on. Did not mean for you to see that. BRB again.
We ain't gotta keep this on the low. Don't do it fast, we can take it slow. Show you things that you ain't seen before. Before you go, you ought to know. I won't be catching feelings. But she got me catching feelings. I hate to catching feelings. But she got me catching feelings. Now we cruising in the wind.
And we back. So, anyway, as I was coding, one zero zero one. So that's going to be a one. That's going to be a zero. I'm assuming that's going to be a one. That's going to be a zero. Yep. And then let me just copy paste this stuff in the middle. Cool. 1929680. Then 9648. Copy paste again. Change that to 1. Copy all this. Again, if someone has a better way of doing this, please drop in the comments how. And I'm gonna leave a link on my GitHub, like explaining this. And just if someone could go through my code and like tell me what I did wrong. 1, 1, 2, and then 56. Because I don't think the guys from the coding interview that I'm with are gonna actually like explain to me how to fix this code. Or like how to make it run properly. Then we have this, and then everything is a 0. So, except for this one, this is a 1. Okay. I have no idea how many lines this file is now. I know it's a shit ton. 256. 128. 112. 128. And then 64. Then 1 on bit at the back. $288, 160, 128, 144, 80. Cool. Give me 1 sec. I just need to text my bro real quick. Cool, we back. So as I was saying, 1 0 0 1 288 160 128 144 80. Cool. Just need to grab this. So change this to a 0. Change this to a 1. Add some space. Grab this. There's definitely a more efficient way of doing this. It's just I've done and shouted it. 320, 192. Um, 160. 160 and 96. Then let me grab this again. Let me turn this on. One zero one one. There we are. Let me grab this. Grab that. 352 224 192 176 112 grab this. I have no idea if this is even going to be memory efficient. With the amount of bloody checks it has, bloody hell. That's going to be 0 0 and then a 1 0 0 and a 1 here. Grab this. Put that. 384 256. Three eight four two five six 224 192 128. There we are. If anybody thinks that, oh yeah, this isn't necessary, if you have a better way of like analyzing this matrix, please tell me. Because the way that you would do it in other languages, like Rust or Dart, is you could have like dynamic switch cases that you could literally just have the whole thing in a whole thing, like instead of just having one switch statement, you can have multiple switch statements chained together, and then the cases can just have brackets around them for the actual variable you want to have. But for some reason, you can't do it like this. 1101 1101 416 We're nearly there. And then the last one, because we're really done bad, it's this. So we change, let me just check that I've done that correctly. 1. So this is going to become 0. This is going to become 1. So it should say 1, 1, 1, 0. Then I grab the switch. Chuck it in here. Then I change this to 448 384 320 256 and 160. So if I run this, the output we're supposed to get is MPEG version 1, layer 3, 256, 441, 44.1, and then 3 mono. Instead, we get MPEG version 1, layer 1, 256, 32 kilohertz, and then dual channel 2 mono channels. But other than that, I have no idea what else to do. Because in my brain, that's like the only way of coding this. But yeah. That seems to be it. Let me just control Z. Cool. Yeah. That's it for this coding. That's all I had really. Like that was like the main aim, just trying to get it to work. And even though we've got only like 3 of them working properly, the other 2 I'm not sure. I think they might have just given it to me in the wrong they might have just given me the information wrong, but I doubt that, because even online it says it's 44.1, but when they look at like the way that I've structured this, they're gonna be like, I've wasted so much memory cycles trying to go through all of this. But yeah, let me just clean up. Control no, Control F, no, Control Shift F, Control S. Quick fix, no. Refactor, no. No. Team repression, no. There's supposed to be something like a it's been so long since I've used the IDE, hang on. Organize imports, there we are. So Control F, no, I mean Control Shift F, Control S, and that should be it. So it only has correct imports, it's organized, and it should have appropriate syntax, I mean appropriate comments everywhere. Other than that, yeah, that's about it. What else can I say? This was kind of long, considering they wanted me to do it in 2 hours, but considering like I was finding stuff and like trying to redo stuff, pretty good honestly, to get it done in like 3 hours. So I'm taking that as a win, even though like 2 rows aren't like reading properly. I'm taking it as a win. Anyway, if you like the video, please leave a like on the video. If you dislike the video, please leave a dislike on the video, and comment down below ways I can improve content on the channel and ways I can make your viewing experience better, because I don't want to put out crap content. If you have any advice to make this code better, it's going to be on my GitHub. I'm going to title it audio reader on my GitHub, so you can have a play around with it. So if you go onto the About Me section or whatever, or in the links in the description when I add them, you'll be able to see my GitHub and all that stuff. But yeah, you'll see like it as one of the most recent repos on my GitHub. But yeah, other than that, check out the links in the description, subscribe to the channel, enjoy the rest of your day, peace.